Hey everybody, it's January 30th, so it is almost the end of the month. I thought I would do an update on how the month has gone. In regards to my self-improvement January effort, I'm sitting in my sunny spot here. We're potentially breaking a record high temp in Minnesota for this day. So, and we have no snow, so, there you go. It has gone pretty well, I would say. I've accomplished some of the things that I wanted to do. Like dry January, I found that if I decide that I am just not drinking for a day or a period of time and I'm committing to that, that's not that hard to do. More of a challenge is to have one drink, maybe 1.5, because I have the taps, I can have half pours. And then to just be determined to say that's it for the day. That's harder, however, I have been able to do that, especially going along with the idea that after I eat a dinner type meal, that I'm not eating anything else the rest of the day. So if I'm combining those challenges to commit to that for that day, it's actually been okay. It's not been too bad, but I did find out that simply cutting back the amount of alcohol and also maybe some of the snacking at night, just cutting back those two things, and I learned this last January, it doesn't mean that I'm going to lose weight. So unlike last January, part of this month and this goal and going forward was to not only drink less, to snack less, but to actually try to lose weight. So what I had to do is cut back even more on the overall calories. So that does include drinking, but for me what that means is eating a little bit more of a meal, maybe with some carbs, maybe with a few more calories earlier in the day. So I'll have these vegetables for lunch. That's kind of what I've always done for just a long time, but then I'll have a sandwich, some kind of leftovers in like the early afternoon, and then what I've been doing, and this is not a super fun thing to do and I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, is I've just been pretty much having like a salad for dinner. It might have some type of beans on it, it might have some hummus, which is also beans, just kind of a lighter dinner, and then might or might not have 1 or 2 drinks, but then that's been it. So I have been able to lose some weight. That's been encouraging for me. But then I've also, a couple of times, I'll allow myself to kind of whoop it up a little bit, have more than 2 drinks, and then of course, inevitably, I want to have some snacks, and it's only been 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week, but then what can happen is you get on the scale and guess what? It's gone up. It's not gone down, and it maybe didn't even stay the same, and then that leads to kind of a little bit of depression, like, am I even doing this? Like, why am I trying to lose weight? And then I'm sabotaging myself. It feels like a setback. I've been able to get back on track, but that's just something I'm kind of sorting out. Is this sort of cheat day, cheat night, is it worth it if I'm not working towards my goal? I feel like getting to a point of being able to maintain a weight would be a lot easier than losing weight. So if you're in a losing weight mode, and that's the mindset, that is what I think a person needs to be in, and it certainly can help to be doing less alcohol. I have been drinking a lot less. I mean, I'm not going to try to tally up numbers, but I mean dozens and dozens and dozens of less servings of alcohol, be that beer or spirits, for this whole month. So I mean, that is a good thing. That certainly is a helpful thing for the health. Now can't say that I've noticed positive health results. So for example, sleeping or energy or mental clarity, or all those things are always, the sleeping has never been great for me. It is what it is, but all those other things are not really changed one way or another because of the change of alcohol. But it is, I'm sure that objectively speaking, it is a benefit to be drinking less alcohol, and that was part of the goal, and I've accomplished that goal. I probably lost about half of the weight I would like to lose. I probably lost like 7 pounds. It would be great to lose another 7, but that will be harder and will take longer. But then again, to get up to wherever I was, it was like 1 or 2 years of deteriorating habits, so it's not going to change in 1 month. I mean, that's something I think somebody like myself or anybody trying to lose some weight is got to have in mind. The last thing I'll say is I realize if I'm just drinking less beer and less servings of beer, but if I do want to keep brewing, then that would mean the kegs that I have are going to last longer if I'm also drinking commercial beer, which is typically my habit. I enjoy trying the different seasonal things. I buy commercial beer, sometimes there's sales. But if I want to keep brewing and keep up on the brewing and keep kind of like churning through the batches, but I'm drinking less servings, what I might have to do is focus more on just drinking the homebrew. Now, I'd be curious if any of you have that in your lifestyle. I know that people can do that. I know that some people do that. But I do feel like most homebrewers also do drink a lot of commercial beer. So what I might do is just try to buy less commercial beer, ignore the sales, ignore the deals, the lures, the seasonal ones. Just I'm for sure gonna buy Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale, right, every year. Like that's a given. But just certain ones that maybe I would otherwise normally be buying, like maybe I don't buy, maybe I split it with somebody. That's another idea. And I would like to just keep being able to brew. I mean, that is something I enjoy, and I want to keep doing that. So anyway, that's an update. If you have done any changes this January, if you did dry January, you're almost through it. If you're going to go back to having some drinks starting in February 1st, that's a couple of days. Let me know how it's going, and catch you later.